Dr. Amporn's life story reads like a novel. It almost reads like fiction, but it isn't. As a writer, the biggest challenge was accessing the unimaginable. I had no idea what it would feel like to grow up in a market by yourself with only dogs as your companion. And so, as I was writing the book, living in Hua Hin, I spent time visiting these kinds of markets. And it was here that I would close my eyes and try to visualize little Lek growing up. What it would be like as a 5-year-old to have a market like this as your home, to sleep here, to eat here when you could. And so these markets help me visualize, feel what it is like to be Lek growing up in a market of Surin. Move, boy. What are you doing here? Go, go. I better not catch you in my stall again. You hear? This is not your home. The man shouted at me. I scurried to my feet, grabbed my sandals, and ran. I felt the sting of a bamboo pole thrashing at my legs. How come I had not heard the morning sounds? Usually, the vendors' squeaky carts woke me, providing enough warning for me to disappear before they reached their stalls. Not this morning. The owner caught me sleeping under his fruit table. More bad luck. I scolded myself. This was the best place I had found to sleep for weeks. The new merchant had installed fresh wooden planks to display his produce, which gave me some protection. He was hardworking and cleaned his stall every night. Stupid boy. I cursed myself under my breath. I zigzagged through the rickety stands, avoiding the rotten jackfruit, chicken bones, and scraps of dried squid festering on the ground. When I reached the road, I slowed down. I would have to sleep in the open until I found a new spot. Trying to imagine Lek as Nem Lek, what his life would have been like living in a temple, was one of the greatest challenges. As a woman, I did not have the ability to interview monks, and certainly not monks of his generation. It was also difficult for me to walk freely in the temples, to observe the monks directly, to try and understand what life on the grounds here or any temple would be like. So the best I could do was visit a lot of temples and sit quietly and absorb the sounds, catch a glimpse of a monk, and listen to Dr. Amporn talk about his days when he was Nem Amporn. The abbot entered and sat at the front of the sala, an open pavilion, with his back to the statue of the meditating Buddha. Gold leaves of adornment peeled away from the Buddha, like skin from a fruit or petals from a flower. The abbot sat cross-legged in the common mudra position, known as calling the earth to witness. His left hand rested in his lap, palm up. His right arm extended in front of him, fingers pointing to the ground. This position embodies the moment that the Buddha reached enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. I recognized this meaning, and I aspired to live it. Before the Buddha reached enlightenment, I wondered if he had misbehaved. Dr. Amporn's life really is one of inspiration. He's had a journey through life which was harrowing, heart-wrenching. Orphaned, he attempted suicide. He became a monk and learned to read and write, and that's when he found dignity, self-dignity, because of education. He could have stopped there, but he didn't. He went on to create a foundation to educate children. He really is an everyday hero. And sitting here among the bamboo, I see why he is a man, a boy with a bamboo heart. He's resilient, he's giving, he bends, but he never breaks. Dr. Amporn, he is the boy with a bamboo heart.